Here we have a fan-requested comparison between Markus Ruhl and Big Ramy, Big Ramrod. This picture here is from 2004 from Markus Ruhl. For the most part, we're going to use 2006 versus the Arnold Classic 2023 of Big Ramy, but we're also going to take a look at these two juicy versions. The older or the younger man version of Markus Ruhl. We're going to go for the 99 if we can. And this is the 2013 New York Pro of Big Ramy. So this is the interesting one, if you ask me. But we'll look at both. Part of your You Pick Tuesday. Tuesday lineup. Markus Ruhl. Big Ramy, 54%? Wow, overwhelming. You want to see the rest of these? There's some interesting ones. Hunter Labrada, Nathan Diasha, Jay Cutler one's pretty cool too. Simply hit thumbs up on this video. Get it up to 500 likes. Very doable, guys. Very doable, and we'll do the rest of them. But let us not waste any more time. Lettuce, like lettuce. Look at the arms on Markus Ruhl. It is overwhelming, and many fans of the sport, they begin by looking at the arms. A lot of the judges, well, they look at the wheels and the condition and things of that nature, and Big Ramy's legs make Markus Ruhl's legs look like men's physique, not even classic physique. Look at the size of Ramy's. I mean, Markus Ruhl's legs don't look too skinny at all, but beside Ramy's they do. There is a good balance, though. Calves, quads, things of that nature. Midsection goes to Big Ramy, I would suggest. Lats, Markus Ruhl, and the arms, like I said, it's overwhelming. Could you imagine just for 1 second, one brief second, if Ramy had those arms? Looks like a He-Man action figure. Now here is them when they were younger. And yes, Ramy's legs are still a lot bigger. Look at the difference of the teardrop size. But here we have a very interesting situation. Markus Ruhl is peeled in the wheels. Look at that. And the calves just bulbous. Huge. Good balance, I would suggest. And Ramy's look a little bit too smooth. Now, yes, this is a renowned version. 2013, those arms. But look at Markus Ruhl's his arms. Sorry, that's a tongue twister and a half. So take it for what it is, guys. The wheel difference alone. I like Markus in this comparison more so than I did in the other one. Now here is the front lat spread from 2006. I would have used 2004. Was better, actually. He placed higher at the Elssbiay. I think he got 5th. He got 8th here in 2006. But there was no real pictures. There was only a couple. Bad angle for Markus Ruhl. Ramy, it's an awesome shot. But you look at both of these two studs. Look at these two dudes. I thought Ramy was going to mop the floor with Ruhl in this shot. But look at Ruhl in 99, I think it is. And he has that blonde army cut. Looks pretty good on this big stud. I gotta admit. But I mean the shot, not the hairdo. Well, the hairdo too. That's what I really meant. Turn to the side. Wow, this was the age of monster body parts. And I will give Ramrod his due. His wheels are still much more separated. They're bigger. They're taking Markus Ruhl to school. But look at the pecs. Look at the far pec. Markus Ruhl, the freakiest body parts of all time. Here's them when they were young. And look at that chest of Markus Ruhl. His chest, his delts, and his biceps. Those were some of the freakiest body parts of all time. And he had better separation in the quads when he was younger, too. Smarter, too. Look at the arm. Now, Ramrod, he was clearly a whole lot better back in 2013. He didn't have the dryness that he does now, but I mean, the separation was insane, and the arm size, the tricep bicep combination, he did not have that at the Arnold. least in the side chest. Now we go to the side tricep, and look at Markus. I always mention this. He does that guilty face like he just robbed that cookie jar. He knows he did. I'm sure he was punished very strictly. Back in Germany. Yeah, take it for what it is. I'd give this one to Ramrod due to the aesthetics. Just not the most pleasing shot for Markus Ruhl. Here is them guys back in the day, and Markus not hitting it to spec. Oh, Tyler Mannion would get on him about that. That'll make him famous yet. Tyler Mannion, he finally let the bodybuilders know. Nobody wanted to tell them. We don't like it when you hold that leg straight. It's not really straight, but look at how ripped he is. Shredded to the diced, I'm here to tell you, if you asked. The overall flow, again, of Big Ramrod, he is aesthetic. Ramy's not just a big bull. He's quite aesthetically pleasing. Go to the interesting back shots. This comparison is interesting, period, here. This is a cool comparison. Imagine these two big, wide studs. Houses. Which baby barn do you want? These are full barns. Dryness, striated glutes, ramrod, separation in the hamstrings. For Markus Ruhl, good back too. If you could see them live on stage, I mean, even from the pictures, you can tell that yes, Ramy would be much drier. Here's them when they were young, and it is a different matchup altogether here. You could see Ramy had maybe the edge in the lats, the lower half, the lat thickness, lat insertions back in the other, or the Arnold Classic version. But here when they were younger, look at Markus Ruhl's lower lats. Incredible. Still, you look at the striated glutes, and I know Lee Priest hates those striated glutes. He don't care about them, mate. He don't even care how they train about them. But anyway, yeah, he was complaining about the butt thrusts that the women do nowadays. Doesn't like it. Here is the rear double bi. Take it for what it is. I gotta get a t-shirt with that printed on it. Both arms, Louis. Both arms, not just one. Yeah, this is a filtered picture of Big Ramy. Not even worth using. You can tell he is probably gonna beat Ruhl, though, in dryness. Here's them when they were younger. Markus Ruhl, I made them about the same height here. Markus is taller. He is probably a couple inches taller. He's almost 6 feet tall, I would suggest. But he's leaning way forward, bending at the knees, things of that nature. Substantially, baby, please. Even back then, I would say that Big Ramy is a little drier. He brings a more complete aesthetic. Again, I use that word, aesthetically pleasing pack each. So Markus, bigger, not as conditioned, not as aesthetic. It's a close one, guys. Abs and thigh, bigger, thicker midsection for Markus, and the wheels are not as big. So mathematically, should be aesthetic for Ramy, but it's really not that pleasing to the eye. Markus Ruhl, the way he throws his arms up there, not two shabs whatsoever, one iota. And here's them when they were younger. And I saved the younger version for the second shot because it's the better one. It's the more exciting one. And I figured Markus would be a little bit more shredded here. To tell you the truth, look at his face. He looks a little older than he probably is here. He's probably 21 here. Looks like he's about 40. Big old belly button too. Looks like one of those oranges. You guys ever get those big oranges with the navel thing? The belly button on the orange. Sometimes they're so big they have a little orange inside. Now, do you guys eat that little orange too? I do. Well, I mean, you don't need to waste it. It'd be pointless to waste it. Ramy with a superior set of abs, but watch this. Look at that.
Marge Simpson here. Homie. Don't have a cow, man.
There, I tried Bart. But here, Big Ramrod has the lesser midsection. And Big Ramy, or Big Markus Ruhl, he's more peeled. So very interesting. There's a lot of shots. Of course, you look at the legs in any one of these shots, and Ramrod's cleaning house. And I mean cleaning house. Here's the 99 and the 2013. Look at that bulletproof haircut. Looks like Mr. Smithers from The Simpsons. Not Mr. Burns. Smithers. He has the Smithers haircut. Come on, Mr. Burns. Mr. Burns. Licorice whip. And a good picture to end off with. Look at those blockade abs. In both cases, they are shredded to the diced. Markus Ruhl hiding the fact that his wheels are going to be a lot smaller in this comparison. But Big Ramy, it surprises me the lack of separation that he had in those quads. The balance, the condition balance. The upper body looks more separated, more peeled than the lower half. Should be all the same. Like Phil Heath, his fingertips were the same condition as his nipple. You know what I mean? The whole physique was exactly the same conditioned. Markus Ruhl seems to be that way in this shot. I'd give it to him. I'd give him a lot of these shots. Overall, I mean, yeah, it's going to be a condition thing. Big Ramy would probably win. He'd probably end up winning both comparisons. But personally, I like Markus Ruhl. I think he's friggin' awesome. He's just a big beast. If he had been around nowadays, I think they would have really got behind him and focused on that conditioning. Maybe bring a similar package to what Samson Dauda brings. You know, not quite as monster like huge. Well, he's pretty big. He's pretty big. But he's conditioned too. I'm focused on that back. But yes, Big Ramy is nothing to be messed around with. But yeah, it's a good one, guys. Hit thumbs up on it. 500 likes. I will do the rest of them. You pick Tuesday. Have a great one.